This demo is going to be about how to run a mediation model using process. And as always, I am going to use the data that we talked about in the lab. So this is the data where we are interested in whether number of PAC session influence the autism symptomology score, and whether that relationship is mediated by how synchronized parents are in those sessions. So it is a simple mediation model where we have only one mediator. So in order for us to run using process, going to go to analyze, regression, and process. And here we are going to specify which variable is x, y, and m. Parental synchronous response is our mediator. Number of PAC session is our independent variable, and autism symptomology is our outcome variable. Since this is a simple mediation model, it is model 4, which is by default selected in this section here. For options, we are going to select the effect size. We're going to select the Sobel test and total effects model. You can also select this. And that's all we need. So we go to continue. Conditioning is not relevant here. None of our variables is categorical. I'm just going to hit the long name option and then hit paste. And this is the syntax, and again, this is the portion that you need to copy and paste in your homework. But for this, I'm just going to run the whole thing. All right, so let's go through this output. So on the top, it's the same model number, what are the variables, and sample size. If you go down, you would see that it has a certain different blocks, and now these represent different regression models that have been run. In the first model, our outcome variable is parental synchronization, and there is only one direct effect, which is coming from PAC sessions. So you would see only one row of variables under this. And this is actually our path A. So going from our X variable to our mediator variable. So you would report this information, so it turns out that this effect is significant. Then we have the other regression model that is being ran, which is outcome variable autism, and then there are two paths going towards it, one from the parental synchronization and the other one is the PAC session. So you would report both of these. So this basically is the path B, and this is actually path C, which is the direct effect of PAC on autism. Now, when you're dealing with a mediation model, you're not just interested in the direct effects, you're also interested, and actually more interested, in the indirect effect of X on Y. And this you can find below right here with total direct and indirect effects. If you go to the row which talks about the indirect effect of X on Y. So you would get the value of B, or unstandardized coefficient, and you would get the bootstrapping confidence interval. And then you also report the total effects, which is if you take the direct effect and the indirect effect and find the sum of those values, this would be our total effect of PAC on autism. So just be careful in reading through this output, because there are a bunch of regression models that are being run. And a lot of places, this information can be redundant. For example, the total effect is reported here, as well as here. The direct effect of X and Y is reported here. The direct effect of X on Y is also reported up top here. So there can be, multiple information that, information that are repeated in different places. Another thing that we are interested in, other than the direct, indirect, and total effect, is the effect size. So in the past, process included kappa squared effect size, which they have taken out, and now we only are left with the mediation effect size, which is our R square for our mediation model. So you would report this effect size along with the confidence intervals, and this basically represents the um, percentage of variance explained by this model. So this is straight and simple, and I hope this is helpful in terms of how to run a mediation model using process. And thank you.